Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our annual Thanksgiving ceremony. It is a joy to be here with you. We will begin today with a very powerful ceremony from ancient India. We'll be chanting two mantras, the Gayatri mantra and the Matra Maya mantra. And each mantra is about, the first one is about letting go, about enlightenment, calling in the light within you. And the second one is to release the karma. But we'll begin with the prayer first. So let's pray together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, and Paramhansa Yogananda, great masters of self-realization, saints and sages of all traditions, we bow to you now. Bless us this day. Help us to live in thanksgiving, to know the spirit of gratitude, to raise our vibration, our frequency, to meet you in thy light. Awaken us, count our blessings, count us in. We love you always. Om, peace. Amen. And so we'll begin now with the fire ceremony. I believe the words to the chants are up there, and Dave's going to join me for the ceremony.
Ready to start.
I'm ready, Dave. So the Gayatri mantra, a mantra for enlightenment. We meditate on the supreme light of the three universes. May it enlighten our consciousness.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swah. Om Tatsaviturvaraniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah. Om Tatsaviturvaraniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah. Om Tatsaviturvaraniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah. Om Tatsaviturvaraniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah. Om Tatsaviturvaraniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonaha prachodayat Om Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sagandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Swaha
who nourishes all human beings. May they free us from death and grant us immortality. "2020 has given us great opportunity to develop a grateful heart. All of us have experienced challenges, experienced, deep experiences of loss and change, and all of us are brought together. Either we're even moving into the light or we're moving away and we're separating. So this gratitude ceremony is really about today the power of counting our blessings, that when we develop a grateful heart, there's a frequency or a vibration within us that raises, and we're able to hold that. We're able to accept more light into our life. We're able to move out of these problem times and into solution times. We're able to bring the light of our experiences, our practices into our daily life. And subsequently, we're able to hold that high frequency. We're going to begin this morning with a beautiful chant from our beloved Duty. We also have Jitendra Guindin, and we have Erin with us today from Ananda village. And it is such a great, wonderful thing. I thank you with all my heart for being here with us. And I miss you, and being in person would have been amazing, but this is just as good, except you're not going to have my stuffing or any of the good fixings. We'll have to ship you a plate. But you know, this gratefulness that we're talking about, there's a great fullness in our life, you know, and we begin to feel full and expansive where our ego is restrictive. You know, it's not the fullness after a big Thanksgiving dinner. It's that fullness of God, that fullness of knowing that you're connected to spirit, that you've called in that light into your life. And, you know, no matter what happens in my life, I always keep remembering I'm on a spiritual path. I may sometimes go off the side a little bit and roll down, but you know, I crawl my way back up and eventually stand. And sometimes I skip, and soon I'll be flying. I know it. So all of us, no matter what, we're on a path together, and that's so important. So this chant that Duty will be singing for us is a beautiful devotional chant. And Sri Yukteswar said, the first and most essential thing of the spiritual path is to uncover the natural love of the heart. Without that, we cannot take one step on the spiritual path. So we have to open the Anahata chakra through chanting. And so as we listen to this chant, imagine that beautiful opening, that green lotus in the center of your heart, to just begin to awaken, to get free from any of the fears or the restrictions or any of the fear virus we've been taking on during this time of difficulty. So without further ado, Door of My Heart by Duty. Yes, so David will be playing Door of My Heart, unless Erin or Jitendra want to play it.
Oh, Duty, right at the last moment.
Duty's here. Door of My Heart. Door of my heart, open wide I keep for thee. Door of my heart, open wide I keep for thee. Wilt thou come, wilt thou come, just for once come to me. Wilt thou come, just for once come to me. Will my days fly away without seeing thee, my Lord? Will my days fly away without seeing thee, my Lord? Night and day, I look for thee, night and day. Night and day, I look for thee, night and day. Door of my heart, open wide I keep for thee. Door of
wilt thou come, just for once come to me? Will my days fly away without seeing thee, my Lord? Will my days fly away without seeing thee, my Lord? Night and day, I look for thee, night and day, night and day, night and day. I look for thee, night and day, night and day, night and day. I look for thee, night and day, night and day, night and day. I look for thee, night and day.
With open hearts, let's listen to this reading from Whispers from Eternity. I want to pour the scent of gratefulness at thy feet. The doomsday clouds of inevitably tragic events thundered and poured down sheets of suffering on my life. My courage almost drowned in fear as a million difficulties rose up to destroy me. Only by clinging fast to thee did I survive. Now, when the cannons of uncertainty boom before me and the shells of calumny, persecution, and fierce opposition fall like rain around me, I am ever protected in the impregnable fortress of thy love. I am so grateful for thee. When the light of good fortune dawns again, as it must always, following every hard night of struggles, isn't easy to smile welcoming at the pleasing sunrise of thy grace. During dark nights of misfortune, however, I find it even sweeter now to offer thee the flowers of my appreciation for being always there protecting me. I offer all my gratitude at the feet of deep inner communion. Receive me, my eternal beloved, in sacred silence. Yogananda reminded us that this is a national day and that the meaning is much deeper than some of the traditions we may have, that there's a deeper meaning, and it's really to reflect upon God's presence in our life. And anything that we do, appreciate, it grows. It, like a bank account, it begins to appreciate more. So the more we appreciate our connection to spirit, our love of the beloved, the more that connection and the more that love, which is our true nature, begins to grow. Yogananda said, open your eyes to that good that you have now. Keep alert and alive to each new manifestation of his grace. You know, Yogananda said, God does not reveal himself to spiritual sleepyheads. We have to be awake. We have to be willing. We have to really know that the practices that we have been given have been such a great gift. And in gratitude, we practice them with that grateful heart, with that appreciation in our soul. There's a story of a college professor, an English professor, and he decided to surprise his students with a quiz. And they were surprised because when they turned their paper over, there was just one little thing. There was no question, just a blank piece of paper with a black dot on it. And they were a little bit confused. But the professor said, I want you to write what you see, right? I want you to write what you see. And after some confusion, they began to write, and the professor collected all the papers. And without exception, every single person wrote about that black dot and where it was on the paper, its location. Without exception, they all described just that black dot in its position. No one wrote about the white part, the space, everyone focused on that one little black spot. This is what we do in our lives. This is how we forget and we get caught up in problems. This is how our mind can take us over. We forget that this life is a special spiritual gift from God, that this blessing, this opportunity to realize who we truly are in this incarnation, to really understand that we are a beloved child of God, finding our way back home, that we are so loved. If we only knew how much we were loved, we would just die for joy, says Yogananda. So when everyone focused on that black spot, that's how we do it. The mind can get caught up in the problems of life, right? We have coronavirus, we have political things happening, we have people going through such financial distress and health issues, so many things that are going on. And yet there's always reasons to be grateful, no matter what. Yet we focus on the dark spots of our life. The dark spots are small, but our mind can take over. Look away from the black spots in your life. We have so many things to be grateful for. Open your eye, open your heart, says Yogananda Ji, and focus on the good that you have now. That this light is always shining, this peace, this love in our heart is always there. We just have to remember to go inside and to find it. Sri Yukteswar said, the unfolding of heart's natural love fills the body with such harmonious energy that it banishes all disease. To develop the natural love of the heart is the most important thing we can do for our health. So through gratitude, we are bringing ourselves closer to that true nature, which is our love. And through that, what happens on a cellular level is that positive appreciation begins to grow inside of us and to build our sense of strength, our immune system. It brings us into a state of perfect health, a place where in our mind, in our body, in our spirit, we're all in alignment. A regular practice of gratitude. Let's start today together. Let's say this Thanksgiving till next Thanksgiving, we're going to remember each day to count our blessings. It changes brain patterns. There's imaging studies show that 1 month of daily practice of gratitude, the brain remained wired to feel thankful. There was a study too where there were 3 groups, all had counseling, but one wrote gratitude. The second one wrote about their problems, and the third one had no ready exercise. And it was profoundly impactful on the people, decreasing anxieties and depressions and illnesses, the ones that focused on what they're grateful for, because that's what grows on us. It is the law of attraction, that when we allow the positive, the light, we go into the light. That's what grows within us. Yogananda said, live quietly in the moment and see the beauty of all before you. The future will take care of itself. Gratitude is your Thanksgiving present to live in the present. That holy moment, that holy instant, to keep finding ourselves back to that part. And what do? We turn to the great masters. There's so much gratitude in our hearts for the great masters. Yogananda, he wanted to be with his guru. He wanted to meditate with him and just be with God. But he took his life and he took it into action. And he came here. He came to the United States and he lived among us for many, many, many years, spreading the teachings of self-realization. And his teacher, Sri Yukteswar, he really helped. He disciplined Yogananda to get ready for this big, big task. And he loved him. He showed him a kind of love, and he gave him an experience of cosmic consciousness that we can't receive except from a really self-realized avatar. And Lahiri Mahashaya, all the way over to the left, I really am feeling grateful for him this Thanksgiving. There's an ancient practice from India where Babaji Krishna In the autobiography of a yogi, he initiated Lahiri Mahashaya to this great practice because it is a practice that helps people catapult on the spiritual path, to make incredible strides, to push through their karmas, just the behavior patterns, all the old ways that keep us back. It is an incredible jet plane engine force that takes us out of delusion and out of the ego. And it was just really preserved for, the avatars in India. And until after getting his initiation into the Kriya technique, Lahiri Mahashaya asked his guru, Babaji, he said, "Angelic Guru, as you have always favored mankind by resurrecting the lost Kriya art, will you not increase that benefit for relaxing the strict requirements for discipleship?" I gazed beseechingly at Babaji. "I pray that you permit me to communicate Kriya to all seekers, even though at first they cannot vow themselves to complete inner renunciation. The tortured men and women of this world, pursued by the threefold suffering, need special encouragement. They may never attempt the road to freedom if Kriya initiation were withheld from them." Be it so. The divine wish has been expressed through you. With these simple words, the merciful guru banished the rigorous safeguards that for ages had hidden Kriya from the world. Give Kriya freely to all who humbly ask for help. And after a silence, Babaji added, repeat to each one of your disciples the majestic promise from the Bhagavad Gita. Even a little bit of this practice of this religion will save you from dire fears and colossal sufferings. So we have this beautiful lineage to thank. So much gratitude for helping us to realize our true self, that our life purpose is to awaken. And gratitude is a wonderful technique to really keep counting our blessings. We're drawing the energy from the lower chakras. We're drawing it upward through the heart into the spiritual eye. We're waking up. Remember, live quietly in the moment and see the beauty of all before you. The future will take care of itself. Gratitude is your Thanksgiving present. And I'll end with the great Cart said, if you had just one prayer and it was thank you, that would suffice. And now Jitendra ji will share a chant and a Thanksgiving experience.
Hello, great souls. So nice to see you all. This is very nice this heart's happy to see you all very much. I was going to chant Door of My Heart, which makes me feel very happy that Duti's here and we were tuning into the same thing. So, so what I feel, based on what everyone shared so beautifully, thank you, good to see you, Kellyji, is this topic of love, I think. And I was recently reading the autobiography in the very beautiful chapter of the story of Luther Burbank and Paramhansa Yogananda, who felt a deep friendship with Luther Burbank. One day, Yogananda ji was visiting Luther Burbank in the garden, and Luther Burbank's little adopted daughter ran out to greet them both. And in the autobiography, Yogananda ji writes that Burbank's little adopted daughter came romping with her dog into the garden. And Luther Burbank said, "She is my human plant." Luther waved to her affectionately. "I see humanity now as one vast plant, needing for its highest fulfillments only love." the natural blessings of the great outdoors, in intelligent crossing and selection. And I love this just little piece in this chapter because it is such that, you know, when you go to a river, you of course you see the water flowing, but the question we might ask is, where is that water coming from? It's flowing from somewhere. And you know, it's so beautiful to remember that the more we absorb our life in that light, in meditation, in our sadhana, through our service, that naturally this feeling of gratitude begins to unravel naturally within us. There's no trying. There's no, at this point, we of course have to choose, but the more we seek that light, live in that light is that source of everything we need. So this chant, in that spirit that I feel, deliver us from delusion. And this is a chant Paramhansa Yogananda wrote, and it's that chant that is in some way asking in prayer, you know, remove this veil of just only seeing the river in front of me, but help me see the source and help me live in that flow, that constant flow from that source of love, where naturally our life becomes, as this password to get into today's ceremony, is bliss. We live in bliss because that, of course, is our nature. So with as much enthusiasm and as a prayer to our Guru, to Divine Mother, deliver us from delusion.
Lotus in purity, shaming the white lotus in purity, beyond all duality. Guru, image of Brahma, deliver us from delusion. Guru, image of Brahma, deliver us from delusion. Think in thy heart, lotus feet of light, Guru. Think in thy heart, lotus feet of light, Guru. If you want to cross the ocean of delusion, if you want to cross the ocean of delusion, shaming the white lotus in purity, shaming the white lotus in purity, beyond all duality. Guru, image of Brahma, deliver us from delusion. Guru, image of Brahma, deliver us from delusion. Think in thy heart, lotus feet of thy Guru. Think in thy heart, lotus feet of light, Guru. If you want to cross the ocean of delusion, if you want to cross the ocean of delusion, shaming the white lotus in purity,
That touched my heart, Jitendra. It was so beautiful. Really showed us the power of developing devotion. You could feel it in his voice and hear it in his heart. Very beautiful. Thank you so much. And now we'll have our gratitude intention ceremony, and Erin from Ananda Village will lead us in this candlelight ceremony.
Hello, everyone. I just want to take a moment and acknowledge how wonderful it is to see everyone and be together in this strange and beautiful virtual space. If you haven't gone to Gallery View, I recommend it, and just seeing everyone gather together and just feel that togetherness, even though we're apart. So I was reflecting on gratitude this week, and I came across this quote. Someone said, "There is no joy without gratitude." And I think that really captures it beautifully. Yogananda said, "Life is a struggle for joy all along the way. May I fight to win the battle on the very spot where I now am." And gratitude is one of our greatest weapons in that battle for joy. We open up a channel for that joy when we offer our gratitude, our thanks. So often we're running around looking for that joy or longing for something to bring us that joy and feeling that there's something missing, that there's not enough. And just pausing and noticing what is present, what is here, and giving thanks. It just connects us with God, with that joy. And we start to see the world, we start to see our life, we start to see everything that's unfolding with those eyes of love, those eyes of joy, with God's vision. So we're going to take this moment now to pause and appreciate together. And it's so powerful when we share it with each other, what we're grateful for. It just grows and grows. So use this weapon of gratitude, choose happiness as we're going into these winter months and everything is locking down again and it can feel overwhelming. We can have this weapon of joy and of gratitude to help us to see the goodness, to see God and give thanks every day. Make it a regular practice. We're doing it today, but make it a regular practice, as Kelly said and encouraged us. What you focus on, you get more of. So look for the goodness. It's there. It's there if you look. So we're going to do this similar to the way we've done it in the past. Normally, when we're all together, we each have a candle and we're passing the light one to the other as we share our gratitude and putting our candles on the altar. So the people that are in the church now are going to start us off and come up one by one and share what they're grateful for and put a candle on the altar. And then they'll pass the light to one of us online at some point. And that's your opportunity to share what you're grateful for. And they'll light a candle for you and place it on the altar. And then when you're finished, just pass the light. You say, "I pass the light to," and name someone else that is in the virtual space to pass the light to. So in that way, we'll each have a turn and sort of go around in a square circle. I do encourage everyone to just keep it short and focused, because really it's between you and God, this gratitude that you're offering, and He knows the whole story. So just share with us a little bit. No need for explanation, because God knows. He knows your heart. So Kellyji, are you ready to start?
My gratitude intention, what I really feel gratitude for this year is a feeling of connection that has taken away that emptiness, that fullness, that gratefulness is coming into my life. And I thank the gurus of self-realization for having my back and for showing me how to unconditionally love myself, regardless of some of the missteps I take on the path. I thank you for your unconditional love, and I aspire to develop that in myself more and more each day.
Would you guys line up?
Above all, I am grateful to Master for having found me in this incarnation. I am grateful for his guidance, his love, his joy, and the blessings he bestows on me every single day. I am grateful this year for the opportunities he has afforded me to serve him in ways I would have never envisioned. And I am grateful for his body of work that has been my lifesaver during this year of great challenge, and yet has afforded me the greatest spiritual growth. I'm grateful for my spiritual family, my earthly family. I am grateful for being here and celebrating with all of you.
Put on the altar.
I'm so grateful for this path. I'm grateful that I found Master in this lifetime. I'm grateful that I have choices in life to choose optimism and to tune into upward flowing energy. I'm grateful for optimism. I know there's so much going on in the world these days, but I'm just really grateful for this path. There's so many teachings, so many lessons, and just the miraculous ways that Master works in our lives from the inside out. So thank you to my spiritual family here, and many blessings. Thank you.
I am most thankful for this wonderful family that I have been given to share in spiritual practices and this grand journey of opening our hearts. Thank you all for being my family.
So this is my third Thanksgiving with you guys. And I prayed really hard to have spiritual friends, to be in community, but I never thought I would gain a spiritual family. And I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to share these moments again in this lifetime and learning how to let God take full charge of my life because he never lets me down. So I'm very thankful that my faith, my devotion, everything has been strengthened as long as I just let go and let God take full charge of my life.
I'm thankful for everything. Everything is a blessing when you look deep enough. Even this year, I can be thankful for the internet to bring us all close together and show us, even in a time of isolation, how connected we are when we open ourselves to connection. And I think it's very beautiful. We have such an opportunity to grow. I'm just thankful for all the growth.
So let's go ahead and pass the light on. We'll go, I think the easiest way might be to go in alphabetical order. That way we know who's in line here. So Anastra, you are the first on our grand list of participants, and you guys just feel free to unmute yourselves for this part of the ceremony.
I give gratitude and for the blessings of this current year, the flexibility that it has provided for all of us to move out of the old into the new. I give gratitude, and I'm so thankful for soul companions within the Ananda ray. The beauty of worshiping together these exquisite and beautiful teachings. And above all, I give thanks, a heartfelt thanks for Master, the Father of my soul. Amen. Erin, duty. Who's next?
I'll take care of the order. It's Bill is next. Bill Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just have to click the unmute button on the bottom left, Bill.
Why don't you go ahead? I'll...
Perfect. You got it, Bill. Perfect. Okay, we'll come back. Carol, you're next on our list.
I'm grateful for the beauty all around me and for being called to this community and for the patience and kindness and sharing of all that are in the community with me, and for the small little door that's beginning to open for me. I am deeply, deeply grateful.
Duty, you're next up.
I'm so grateful for this spiritual family, for Swamiji, for manifesting Ananda, and all of the music and other inspiration that he has tuned into. Grateful for Master and for all of the masters, and even for our tests, because as people have said before, there is great growth and lessons in our tests, and there's always good. I'm grateful for it all, and especially for my Guru Bhais, who without you, it would be a pretty lonely life.
I am grateful for God and Guru and for all my Guru Bhais, all my friends, for the love of God that comes to me through my friends, and through this community. I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve Master and Swamiji through Ananda, and to share that joy and that light in this world. Jai Guru.
Bill Lawrence, if you're ready, you can go ahead and share your gratitude.
I think, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great. I'm grateful for so much, but what I am particularly grateful for this weekend and today is that my daughter, who lives in New York, is here with me, and that we can share the day and we can reconnect and be together and create a new sense of togetherness. Thank you.
And Erin M is next on the list.
I'm grateful to be able to recover and be healthy, and my family as well, so that we can continue to be here to learn and keep growing.
And Giovanna. Giovanna, you have to unmute yourself.
I'm grateful that God loves me, that Master loves me, no matter what. And I'm very grateful for all the wonderful souls that Master has placed in my life. My Guru Bhais, my friends, my family, everyone. God bless.
Jitendra, you're next.
I am very grateful for Ananda, Rhode Island. It was my childhood, and all of you, I think you all know who you are. I'm very grateful for the friendship and the love and support that you all gave me over the years. I'm very grateful for Guruji and for Swamiji, who have been guiding my life and bringing me toward my true home, our true home. And I think that I'm very grateful for, I'd say, most of all, the yearning in my heart that I feel for God, and recognizing more and more that that yearning comes from God. So that I am deeply, deeply grateful for both the awareness of that Guruji is helping me see, and that yearning God is planting in my heart. So I'm very grateful for our spiritual family that is more than what you perceive in this moment and is growing. So very grateful for our beloved Guru who has given us this large family. So Jai Guru.
John Cavalier, you're next. John, you're still muted. You'll have to click the unmute button.
Okay. I'm grateful that it's ongoing and that I connect with the joy and the realization, the consciousness of others seeing God in them and actually feeling God in them and knowing it's eternal. And that's about it. It's any more than that would be repetitive and, enjoy the moment.
Kira is next.
Hello, everybody. I would like, it's hard to express because it's an emotion. So I am grateful for this joyful dance. And I feel wide open. And I feel connected. I feel this connection. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for the awareness that I see the joyful dance of the worm as I unearth it from the soil, as well as my own dance of coordinating the meal that I'm trying to put on the table for the family. Grateful for this awareness and openness and this wonderful emotional well-being. Thank you.
Kyle McDonald.
Hello, dear souls. I'm so grateful for Yogananda ji who lives in my heart. And I'm so grateful for my spiritual family worldwide. It's so wonderful to see Erin and Jitendra and Duty and all of our other beautiful souls. We're happy that Lynn is back with us too. So grateful and joyful. Grateful for my little sweetheart who's right here. Grateful for my earthly family. And so grateful for all of the beautiful souls in Ananda, Rhode Island who came together this year to work harmoniously and in cooperation to keep our Sunday services going. And it's just been a really beautiful, incredible opportunity that God gave us this year to grow in ways that we wouldn't have otherwise. So I'm just so grateful and joyful. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
And Lynn, also known as Ananda, Georgia.
I am grateful that God put Ananda in my backyard 19 years ago when I started going. And I'm grateful for the technology that affords
me to be able to stay connected to my Rhode Island family. And I just am thankful for everybody that I'm in contact with. You're my family. So thank you.
Megan Leary.
Hi guys. I'm grateful for my puppies who remind me to live in the moment and be playful.
Miles Duhamel.
I'm grateful for the journey of self-care and mental, physical, emotional, and soul health, and to have the ability to feel that with a lot of people because of the internet, and also our community who I've been newly introduced to here. Thank you for everybody here sharing what you shared. And the resources of this new world that seems like that we're creating, and it feels like a beautiful learning experience, and it feels like we're all a big family that is developing a new inner and outer world.
My name's Maggie. I'm grateful first to Kelly just for inviting me into this space today. It's a really beautiful way to start a holiday. I'm really grateful for simplicity, for all that 2020 has brought, both the good and the not so good. And I'm really grateful for community, being welcomed into new communities like Ananda, and for the communities that I have helped build and to be a part of. I'm grateful for it all. And I'm especially grateful for our earth and for the farmers who worked to get food to be brought to our tables, as well as the people who worked the next step with getting the actual food from the farmers to us. So grateful for it all. Thank you.
Pat, you're next. Oh, still muted, Pat.
I should know better by now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for Ananda, Rhode Island, the guidance I've received for many things, really. The dancing trees, my expanding understanding of love, and every step further. Thank you.
And Tom M.
How's that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Blessings. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm very grateful for finding Ananda, Rhode Island, just this year, almost a full year ago. And all of the, the spiritual awareness that I've received and the education, just everything has made my life immeasurably better and has put me on the path that I've been seeking, I guess all my life, and finally have found this path, which I can see is the path that's meant for me. So I appreciate everything, and I appreciate all my material, gifts, just for my job, food, shelter, clothing. Especially I'm grateful for my son, who is gaining also, from my example. He's starting to ask questions about God and actually started reading the Bible, which I couldn't believe. But, things like that are happening and just amazing. And it's all because, the Creator, put me in with this wonderful community of like-minded people. So I appreciate you all and have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks.
Okay. So let's just take a moment together to sit in silence, to be in the energy that we created together, that community of gratitude. Let's just be together in that healing, in that light. Others. Feel that energy coming through your devotional heart and lifting up to the spiritual eye. Door of my heart, open wide. Breathe in and breathe out a natural breath as you lift the energy from the heart to the spiritual eye. Mentally chant the ancient baby Kriya. Hong on the inhale, Saw on the exhale. It means I am spirit, owning the truth, your true identity. Hong rhymes with song on the inhale and Saw on the exhale. We'll just meditate together for 5 minutes and end with a prayer.